My name's Dr. Riley Elliott. I graduated from Auckland University with a PhD in marine biology in 2021. And right now my current occupation is field science on great white sharks, but also making TV shows for the likes of Discovery Channel, National Geographic, and the BBC. Well, university for me has been 16 years in the making. You know, a PhD takes quite some time. Especially one on megafauna, because the funding platform is quite diverse and novel. So right now, my actual occupation is making TV shows for Discovery Channel, for Shark Week, but underlying that is the fundamental field science I'm doing, which at present is on great white sharks. Why I got into sharks really comes from the fear of them that most people have. As a surfer, as a diver, I'm scared of sharks, and to be frank, you should be. It's a pretty capable predator, but as a scientist, you know, that unknown, that is the purpose of science. To answer that, to figure out more about it. And I spent my last 20 years, you know, traveling the world, researching, swimming with, and filming some of the biggest, gnarliest sharks on Earth. And what that's done is bring me full circle around to realize how vulnerable they are and why I dedicate my life now to their conservation and our education of them. So, you know, people say, follow your passion. And that's what I used to believe in, but you quickly realize you can't just have passion. There's a hell of a lot of hard work that's got to go with that passion. And, you know, it helps when you're researching or pursuing something that you are passionate about. At the end of the day, though, my field record, my academic record has really been driven just by my empathy for the natural world and my passion for it, my love for it, and the fact that it doesn't have a voice. I feel like I'm giving sharks and the entire ocean ecosystem a voice, and for me that is rewarding and worth pursuing. Biggest lessons learned along the way is life's a business. You know, it's cutthroat out there. Once you get outside of your classroom bubbles in university, there's no one teaching you or taking care of you. You know, you've got to take care of yourself. The beauty of university, though, is it teaches you to do that. It gives you the building blocks, the resilience, the overcoming of hurdles, nature. And, but that was quite the shock, you know, getting out of the classroom into the real world. No one cares. So you're only as good as your work. So that was a good reality check, and luckily, seemingly in this field, I've been good at my work. To be picked as one of University of Auckland's 40 under 40 is, yeah, it's nice, it's a good feeling. It's recognition of a lot of hard work. It's not why I do the work, though, which is also a nice revelation of such an accolade, is you realize, I mean, in my niche, I'm not doing it for people, I'm not doing it for money, I'm doing it for one of the most feared animals on Earth, you know, that actually eats people sometimes by accident. Goals for the future? Don't get eaten. It's probably one that most people would pull off the shelf, but I've learned, look, working with sharks, they're the most polite predator on Earth. What I want to do, to be honest, is continue to push the science for sharks in this country. The problem in New Zealand is it's too small for megafauna research, i.e. the funding base, it doesn't exist for these big charismatic animals. Marine science is funded by fisheries in general. So I want to keep growing the research in these animals, because to be frank, right now, I think I'm the only shark scientist in this country actively studying big sharks. And there's a lot of them, species-wise. There's not a lot of them numerically. In fact, there's only 30% left in the world. So my goal would be to enable more scientists in this country to study these amazing mega predators. But to do that, I need to work with the universities in order to find arrangements that work for both them, us, and the sharks.